What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Unfortunately, this is not a course log because, as I'm sure all of you are experiencing, the world's changed quite a bit since the last course log I filmed. So I hope you are all safe and healthy. Coming to you with this video today to kind of give you an update on what's going to happen with the channel, what I'm doing right now in the interim while this is all going down, and hopefully the progress I can make so that my golf game can return to form and still meet the goals once it is safe and, you know, good for everybody to go out there. So first is obviously, you know, as much as I miss golf, bigger things at play here, and I want everyone to be safe and for us to return to the sport once it's safe to do so. You know, again, much bigger things at play here. And I hope you all are safe and you're okay. And thank you to everybody that is working on, you know, the front lines of this. Like, I can't imagine what that's like. So I'm just so super thankful for those people, and hopefully, you know, this can all come to a happy conclusion sometime soon. So fingers crossed for that. However, now that we're in quarantine, what can we do in the interim to better prepare for when things do open up again and the golf game can resume? So the biggest thing I've been working on is fixing my body and getting myself primed to play again. So as I mentioned in some of my earlier videos, my full-time gig is being a music producer. So I've spent basically the last 10 years of my life in front of a computer, hunched over with speakers and trying to make tunes. And while that's a lot of fun, it is pretty much not destroyed, but it's been really hard on my back and on like my shoulders, and actually even on my abs and stuff, because it's just the posture, what it does to your hips, it's just brutal. And so I was able to get some of that fixed while I was out in BC, but now with this time, I've really done a lot of work to fix my body so I can swing like just more athletic. So first thing I did was I spent the first like 4 weeks I started this in BC, and then when I came here, the first 4 weeks I was doing like kind of rehab workouts. So three Instagram accounts I follow that were really great with this are Golfers That Lift, Loose Strength Therapy, and Doc Dave Song. I'll link them in the description below. And so these three Instagram accounts were awesome because they had like these, you know, rehab workouts on how to like fix your shoulders, fix your back, strengthen certain areas. And so I did those with like resistance bands pretty much every day. I kind of just made my own program to just get myself back in check. And I did notice, because at the time I was, you know, things hadn't shut down here in Toronto, I was able to go get some swings in at some of the simulators, and like I was noticing I was already swinging better with just some of that. So that was really cool. Then what I'd done now for the past 3 weeks is a buddy of mine's a personal trainer, and I explained to him my goals were for golf. And so he put together like a full personal training package for me. So I have like a pretty comprehensive workout 5 days a week with 2 rest days. It's pretty intense. I love it. I'm on week 3 right now, and I'm enjoying this a ton and seeing a ton of results in my body and how I feel. So I'm so excited to when I can actually swing again and see how this translates onto the golf course. So I've been really diligent on that, been working out like every day, plus going for, you know, as many walks as I can that are within the social distancing confines. You know, luckily got a decent backyard here, so I just can do laps when I'm doing phone calls and stuff like that. So just spending a ton of time on my body. The only other thing I can work on with my game right now is putting. I have a little turf mat, and I got the putt out thing. My girlfriend got that for me, and that's been awesome. It's really hard. The putt out thing is like, it's hard. I was shocked at how hard it is, but it's really good. So that's forcing it. And I've actually changed my putting stroke as a result from just getting to practice like straight putts all the time. I watched a lot of Brooks Koepka videos and noticed how he was gripping. He has his finger down the shaft, and it kind of makes it a little more upright. And I've noticed too, as I've improved my body, my swing has gotten a little more upright, and that was also helping some of the distance. And I talked about this in a previous video when I saw my lie angle was kind of wacky. So I've fixed that on my putting, because if you've seen any of my course vlogs, you know my putting is just absolutely atrocious, and is the biggest thing I really need to fix. And so, yeah, I'm doing as much work as I can there within the confines of my basement, but it's been pretty good, and I can get about a couple hundred putts in a day, and actually in between working out during my rest periods I putt, so it helps. Hopefully that'll translate into some extra putts on the course. The third improvement I've made was, but I can't really put it into practice yet, is I did go to TXG for my fitting, was able to get that in before this all went down. It was awesome. Oh, so sick. Ian is the man. It's everything you see on YouTube and how great you could envision a fitting going, within his environment is exactly how it went. And so I won't make this video won't be about that, because I want to make that video once I can get the clubs and I'll do a proper full what's in the bag. But that was really cool. I've learned a lot. My bag is pretty much solidified, and that's really exciting. But unfortunately, I can't do anything with it yet because we can't play. I debated, spending a bunch of cash and getting a simulator, but it's just like, because the economics are so up in the air right now with where everyone's going to be, I didn't want to fork out the extra cash for a simulator. I wasn't going to go crazy. I wish I could get a GC quad back here and start ripping, but I was looking at more like Flightscope Mevo Plus or something like that. But again, I don't know when we're going to be able to play in Ontario. I'm seeing kind of like conflicting reports on whether we're going to be able to get out like potentially end of April, early mid-May, but then I've also seen July 1st as like a more realistic timeline for us to get out there. So as a result, I didn't want to like order clubs and make all these big financial commitments until I knew we could play, because again, I'm sure like many of you, it's an uncertain financial world out there for a lot of us. So just trying to be smart and conserve, and then I'd rather spend once it's safe and we know we can play, so I can make more videos. Because my goal for being back in Toronto was, I'm lucky I have an amazing golf membership here. I'm part of the Club Link network, so I have access to like 30 courses, and it's like unlimited golf. Like it's insane how good this membership is. So my goal was, once I came back, I've got the workflow dialed down. I want to crank this up to 3, 4, 5 videos a week at a minimum. Just because I'm really enjoying making these videos. I love being out there. The production quality, I've already got a bunch of ideas on how this is all going to progress forward, and I'm really enjoying the challenge and the journey of getting better. I spend a lot of my day, just researching different approaches to golf course management, things like that. So putting a lot of thought and ideas on how once we can go back out and play, it's going to be full guns blazing, with the new clubs, a better mental assessment of where my game's actually at. And what was cool with the club fitting was like understanding now what my stock shots are and what I can count on. I didn't realize how much I was missing on certain things because of lie angle and just not having the right clubs. It's incredible what that is. Again, I'll go into that in a separate video, because like it blew my mind. So that's going to be a whole approach. And again, once golf season goes, it's going to be game time. In the interim, there's not many videos I can make. I'll try and see what's possible, but honestly, we're going to keep our fingers crossed that we can stay safe, flatten the curve, and we can eliminate this as quick as possible, so that life can kind of get back to normal for everybody, because I'm sure it's super hard. And I miss being outside. Like I use golf as like almost as a therapeutic exercise as well. Like aside from doing the course logs and stuff like that. I really enjoy it, but I just selfishly need to be out there to just, keep myself level and stuff. So the working out's really helped, and I've found that that's kind of been able to take some of that place, but it's nothing's the same as just being out there on the course. So praying that we can get out there soon. I miss it. I'm sure you all miss it. Thank you so much for watching the channel thus far and sticking with me. We are still going to try and hit our goal for even NR par by October 1st. We'll have to compress the timeline, but I'm confident with the improvements I'm making in my body, the improvements I've been making in my putting, and now with this new bag of dope clubs, that once we can get out there, I feel like I can get those results pretty quickly. Yeah, it's been cool. I've been applying the same mental process I took to learn how to make music, which was, I just buried myself in YouTube and learned from expert interviews and expert things. And that's how I perfected, getting good at music. And I'm taking that same approach with golf, being very methodical, understanding, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, and what I can improve, taking as much information in, and then apply that to the skill. And, I'm pretty confident that it's going to happen. So very excited to hopefully get back out on the course. With that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Hope you are staying safe, staying healthy, and are okay during this time. And I'll catch you in the next one.